Welcome to the second hour of SSBL Minors. We got ourselves a game here at Tiger Den. Wingbats facing the Lucky Charms. And we'll have Sophia Billups leading it off. And remember, we have 3 other games going on. Make sure you tune into those as well. With this format, you're able to jump back and forth or potentially even have multiple games going on at once as Billups will strike out looking. Nina Jack's on the mound here for the Lucky Charms. Kazuto Yoshida will foul it away. Two, 1. That one's going to be up the middle, not even close on the dive there. And that'll bring up Freddie Jupiter. And they'll keep him honest at first. A little bit of speed there at first. Nina Jax with the pitch. It's a 1-0 count here to Freddie Jupiter. And that one's hit to left. That's down for a base hit. 1 out. 2 runners are aboard for the Wingbats. And that'll bring up Dalinar Colon.
Number 40.
Or Colin, whichever. And that's a broken bat. That was a dribbler, and no one's going to be at first to double him up. I guess a dribbler. It's a weak hit ball. Broken bat. 2 outs here for Neon Dion. Neon Dion has a 1-1 count. Nina Jax with the pitch. That one's going to be fouled down the third base side. 1-2 the count to Dion. And that one's hit hard to short, caught by Sloss. Sloss is one of the best defenders in the entire SSBL League, majors and minors. He just so happens to be down here in the minors, and he'll lead things off for the Lucky Charms. And it's mainly due to his offense. But great defender is Sloss. 2-1 is the count. 3-1 now. Jake Carter, newly acquired pitcher from the Knights organization, will walk his first batter in his SSBL career. And he'll face Mookie Astaire. Astaire's got the contact, a little bit of power. And it's a 1-1 count to Astaire. Mookie Astaire pops this one up in the infield. And second baseman Yoshida will make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Joseph Wahlberger. Wahlberger, the exact opposite of Astaire. Lots of power and just a bit of contact. And that's a foul ball. It's an 0-2 count to Wahlberger. Ooh, just misses Jake Carter with a 1-2 pitch to Wahlberger, and he gets him. A strikeout for Jake Carter, the first of his minors career. And here's Carlos Ramos.
Number 22.
1-1 the count to Ramos. And it's a 3-1 count. Jake Carter finds the zone. Full count. Runner will be going despite the lack of speed, but it doesn't matter. It's a walk. Another walk.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Brings up the rise in portion of this Lucky Charms lineup. One, 2. And a strikeout for Jake Carter. 2 strikeouts. And we head to the second. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Now batting,
And here's Grin Kiffey.
number 1.
One away.
Now batting,
Telly Mackin.
first baseman, number 7.
will sneak that one through for a base hit. Mackin is aboard. And that'll bring up Ruby Sue.
Left fielder, number 4.
1-2. The count to Sue. Nina Jax with the pitch. Just misses. 97 miles an hour. 2-2. Dribble to first. Ramos to the shortstop. Sloss. And Sloss will make the double play. Fielding an arm from Sloss once again. And we head to the bottom of the second. We'll continue the Rising portion of this lineup for the Lucky Charms. If you are new to the SSBL, make sure you do tune in to the majors streamed on twitch.tv/official SSBL as Jake Carter has himself another strikeout. The major league streamed on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays on our Twitch channel. VODs typically go up the following day. But if you want to tune in live and participate in the chat, feel free to join us. And make sure to join the Discord to know the times for each day. We have 3 amazing commentators. And also 3 different times with those commentators. And a tough hop for Freddie Jupiter. He stays with it for out number 3. And we head to the 3rd. These minor league teams representing the Gauchos or the Wingbats and the Overdrafts, the Lucky Charms. And Bob Elf will sky this one to left. That is out number 1. Sopapia Billups back up. Hard hit ball to third. Rising makes the play. And here is Kozuto Yoshida. And softly hit to first, caught by Ramos. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. We still have a scoreless ball game, and here is the final Rising until we get back to the regular players. And again, if you are new here, it is up to the managers to draft, sign their players to fill in their roster. And there's the first hit for the Lucky Charms. So they must draft and sign players to fill in their roster. If they do not, then they are placed with a Rising character. And Sloss will pop this one up and foul ground. Caught by Bob Elf. And Risings are all at the same stats, same everything. And our placeholders until a player is signed or drafted. This one's hit to third. Freddie Jupiter to second for 1. Double play executed. We head to the 4th. Jupiter will lead it off.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 24.
And Jupiter will strike out. Frustration there.
The right fielder, number
And here is Dalinar Cullen, or Cullen. However you want to pronounce that last name. We're going to go with Cullen because it sounds funnier. 1-1, the count of Cullen. This one's going to get stopped by Leah Rising for out number 2. Even though they are Risings with lower stats, they still can make some plays. As we saw in the Horsemen versus Cherry Bombers game last week with a walk-off pinch hit home run by Rising. 2-2. Here's the count to Neon Dion. And just misses. Full count. This one's hit to left center field. That could be extra bases. It's a very lucky bounce for the Lucky Charms. And he's in there with a 2-out double. That brings up Grin Kiffey.
Number 1.
Swing and a miss. 47 pitches here for Jax. 48. This one's going to be hit to left field. That one is caught for out number 3. We head into the bottom of the 4th. Wahlberger, Ramos, and then the beginning of the Ryzen half.
The catcher.
I guess the Ryzen 2/3 more so. Almost 2/3. Joseph Wahlberger with a 2-0 count, 3-0. Jake Carter can't find the zone there, and that is a 4-pitch walk. Wahlberger is aboard.
Now batting.
And that'll bring up Carlos Ramos.
Number 22.
Check swing there. It's a 1-2 count to Carlos Ramos. Oh, and another check swing. That one outside, 2-2. And full count. Payoff pitch here, and another walk for Jake Carter. So Jake Carter with back-to-back walks. 4 walks now for Carter. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. A bunt is shown by Swing Ryzen. Irony there. Swing Ryzen shows a bunt again. Pulls it back to 1-2 count. Will he show it again? Who knows? It's the SSBL. Strike 3. Jake Carter with another strikeout. Strikeout number 4. And that brings it Freeman Ryzen. And this one's going to be hit to left field. This one is in fair territory. That's going to be caught by Ruby Sue for out number 2. 2 outs. Runner at second for Leah Ryzen.
Number 21.
And that's another strikeout. Strikeout number 5 for Jake Carter. And we head to the 5th.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Telly Mackin.
number 7.
We'll ground this one to short. Sloss is there for out number 1.
Now batting, the left fielder.
And that'll bring up Ruby Sue. This one's hit to left field. Back goes Ryzen, Gabriella Ryzen. That's caught for out number 2. And here's Bob Elf from the North Pole. That one's in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Nina Jax locked in here, and this one's going to be grounded to first. Ramos will chunk it to Jax, who's covering first for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 2 Ryzens and Sloss. And Jake Carter coming back out. Stamina getting low, but not quite there yet. Locked in is Jake Carter. Despite the 4 walks, he's got 5 Ks through 4 innings and just 1 hit. So despite the walks, he has pitched fairly well. And it's a 2-2 count. And that one just misses. 3-2 and popped up. Jake Carter waves off everybody. He'll make the catch. 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
That'll bring up Mitch Ryzen and Cade 6. Again, as I've mentioned before, everyone is an SPR piece, so it is possible to see a pitcher from another pitcher who started in a previous game come in relief. This is how the minors work. SPRP is everybody to allow for more players that are not Ryzens to come into pitch, and that's a strikeout for Cade 6, Alonzo Sloss. That's a hard hit ball to second. Yoshida is there, out number 3. We head to the 6th. And the top of the Wingbats lineup. Billups will look to get things going.
Number 9.
Locked in is Jax. Can't find the zone for the first 2 pitches, and this one's going to be hit to left field. That's going to be caught by Gabriella Risen. Kazuto Yoshida, 1 for 2 with a single. Faces Jax. 2 strikeouts for Jax, 4 hits given up. And I believe that was just pitch number 60 for Jax.
Now batting, the third
Here's
baseman,
Freddie Jupiter, 1 for 2.
24.
Yes, that was pitch number 60. Jax just over 60 pitches here through 5 2/3. Can't find the zone facing Jupiter. And the count is 3-0. Finds the zone on a 3-0 pitch. 3-1, 3-2. Battling back is Jax. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3. Jax battles back, falls behind 3-0, and 3 straight strikes. Ends the top of the 6th. Mookie Astaire. Everybody is waiting for this guy to be called up, but so far he's 0 for 2 here in the minors, and that one's going to get by. Mookie Astaire finds himself a base hit.
Now batting,
Runner aboard for Joseph Wahlberger.
number 44.
'" And that one's going to get through. Base hit. Mookie Astaire will round second. No, he will not. That was a cannon. 1.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Nobody out, excuse me. Runner at first and second. Carlos Ramos, 2 walks. Pressure is on. Cade 6 giving up 2 hits here. And that one's going to be stopped by Jupiter. Jupiter to second for 1. The throw to first, not in time. Runners are at the corners.
now batting,
And here is the rise-in portion of this Lucky Charms lineup. Can they drive in the runner? Cade 6. This ball's hit high, deep, right center field at the warning track. Caught by Colin. 1 run will come in to score in the Lucky Charms. Strike first here in the 6th.
now batting, the third baseman,
2 outs now for Freeman Risen.
36.
1-2. 2-2. To Risen, the pitch is going to be caught by Jupiter for out number 3. Nice jumping catch. We head to the 7th. Colin, Dion, and Kiffey. A combined 1 for 6.
Now batting,
That one hit being a double.
number 40.
And here is Dalinar Colin, who hits that one to deep center field. That ball is out of here. .463 on that one.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 5.
Hard hit ball to third.
Now batting,
Here's Gren Kiffey.
designated hitter, number 1.
This one's hit to left center field. That one's going to be trouble. Risen can't make the stop. Runner will round first, head for second. Runner is in there with a double. And the Wingbats are in control here. Telly Mackin 1 for 2. Pressure increasing here for the Lucky Charms. Nina Jax, velocity, shot. Thrown to second, almost thrown that one into the outfield. Telly Mackin hits this one to second. Backhanded by Leah Risen. Out number 2. Runner advances to third. Go ahead run at third. Ruby Sue, 0 for 2. I feel like I always say 2 and Sue in the same sentence. And it's an 0-2 count to Ruby Sue. There you go. And a strikeout of Sue. We head to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 1.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 21. Now batting, the left fielder, number 24.
Popped up to left field.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 27.
This one is hit to center field. 1, 2, 3. Go the Charms, and we head to the 8th. Bob Elf, Sopapia Billups, Kozuto Yoshida.
Now batting,
Due up for the Wingbats. Bob Elf 0 for 2.
number 4.
Rashid Batts, the season 3 veteran. Guess you can call him that. Former Skulls of Rock player. And that's a hard hit ball to second. Batts is out.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 9.
And that'll bring up Sopapia Billups. That ball is hit to left field. Back at the wall, and that ball is out of here.
Now batting, the second baseman. Now pitching, number 23.
And I don't know what that one was. 1-2 the count to Yoshida. This ball is a strikeout.
Now batting, the third
Throws that one by him. Freddie Jupiter up with 2 outs. Wingbats with a 2-1 lead. Full count to Jupiter. The 3-2 pitch is outside. A walk, and here it comes. Dalinar Colon, who has had a massive shot to tie the game at 1. And he'll face Connor Risen. Fouls that one away. It's a 1-2 count. The pitch from Risen on the way. Strike 3 called, and that's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 Wingbats.
Now batting, the shortstop. Now in the game,
And Lamar Ball will come in to catch for the Wingbats. Cade 6 on the mound. 2 hits, an earned run, and a strikeout through 2 and 2/3. Now 3 innings for Cade 6. Mookie Astaire will face Cade 6. 1 for 3 is Astaire.
number 14.
Hard hit ball down the third base side, but foul. That one hit back to Cade 6 for out number 2. And here's Joseph Wahlberger.
Number 44.
If Wahlberger can't get anything done, then it's down to the Risens and Ramos in the 9th. And that's how it's going to be. Ramos then Risens will be due up in the bottom of the 9th, but we have the top of the 9th now. Dion
Now batting,
will lead it off.
number
Neon Dion.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 1.
Grand Kiffy. with a 2-1 count. With one out here in the top of the ninth. They lead by 1. That one's up the middle. Base hit. Wingbats have a runner aboard. 1 out. Top of the ninth.
Now batting the first baseman, number 7.
Telly Mackin watches that one for a ball. And it's a 1-0 count. That one's up in the zone for a ball as well. 2-0. And then popped up left field. Gabriella Risen is there.
Now batting the left field.
And that'll bring up Ruby Sue with 2 away. There you go, once again. This one's hit to right field. Mookie Astaire tracks it down. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Ramos and Risens.
Now batting
Ramos needs to get something done here.
2.
He'll face Cade 6. And that's up the middle. Sopapia Billups makes the play for out number 1, and the Risens, it's all down to them.
Number 11.
Swing, Risen. Swing. 2-1. 3-1. Cade 6 falls behind. The 3-1 pitch to swing. Risen is in there. Check swing. And another check swing. Check swing. Risen strikes out for out number 2.
Now batting
And that'll bring up Freeman Risen.
number 36.
1-2. 2-2. Popped up. Shallow left center. Sopapia Billups is there for out number 3, and the Wingbats get themselves a road victory. 2-1 the final. 8 hits for the Wingbats, 3 hits for the Lucky Charms. Billups and Cullen with home runs. 3 strikeouts for that Rising player. K6 gets the W. Jet Carter goes 4 1/3. 4 walks, 5 Ks on just 1 hit. 2 hits off of 6. 1 earned run, struck out 2. And on the other side, Nina Jack, 7 1/3, 7 hits, 2 earned. 4 Ks, gave up the 2 home runs. That's going to do it for me this week in the SSBL Minors. Make sure you do tune in to Rigged, our podcast, where we talk all things SSBL on Saturday. Make sure you join the Discord. You can find that down below. And again, we'll see you guys next week for more SSBL minor league action here on YouTube.